Hey guys, what's up? Um, I know, I'm pretty sure that every now and then some of you guys might wonder, why do you have the viewpoints you do, or why do you make the videos you make? You know, what got you to start thinking this way? Well, I can give you tons of answers and they'd all basically be correct. But I think I can give you guys a one pivotal moment that got me to really start thinking like this. I mean, there were other little things before it that kind of nudged me in that direction. But this is one particular pivotal moment that I think that stuck with me. When I was a kid, there was a movie I saw called Hero. No, not the one with Jet Li in it. I was older when that movie came out. No, it came out, I think, in what, early 90s, maybe 80s. It was a movie called Heroes. The actor, the main star in it was Dustin Hoffman. And he played a character who was pretty much, he was just a down and out thief, a hustler, not well liked. He was always trying to, he was a major opportunist, he was always trying to find a way to, score some type of, he's always trying to find a way to get a quick buck. But he was always down on his luck. Things, never went right for him, and he happened to have been divorced, and, he had his wife had custody of his kid, and he needed to find a way to make money. I think he was facing jail time, all this crazy shit. He was always down on his luck. But this one night, a plane crashes, right? This is, by the way, for those of you who haven't seen this movie. I'm just explaining this real quick. This plane crashes, and he sees it go down, and the people, of course, are desperately asking for help. And at first, he didn't want to do it. Hell, it was like there was mud and rain and stuff like that, and he's like, I remember he was worried about his shoes being messed up. He's like, these are $100 shoes. I'm not gonna go. But he finally relents, and he takes his shoes off, and he goes in and rescues everyone, and takes off. And no one knows who he is. It's dark, and he had mud on his face and all that. No one recognized him. And I think he lost his shoes, and this homeless guy gets his shoes. Now, of course, the city's now trying to figure out, who is this guy? Who's the hero? And this homeless guy ended up with his shoes, and I think they recognized the shoes or something like that. Like the main female lead of the movie, I forgot her name, but she finds him and then says he's the hero, and then the city, of course. And because the homeless guy happened to have had this, he had a much more palpable personality than Dustin Hoffman's character. He was very likable, humble, soft-spoken, genuinely nice, and everyone liked him, and they were like, he had to have been the hero, And meanwhile, you got Hoffman's character, who was definitely the hero, but no one would believe him. Not like he was trying to, But the funny thing is, when he heard that the city was looking for him and they were going to pay him like $1 million, he's like, oh shit, I've made the big time. But before he could do it, I think he ended up getting thrown in jail. And then that's when the homeless guy gets the credit. And to make matters worse, when the female lead finds out that there's a connection between Hoffman's character and the homeless guy, I forgot exactly what the connection was, something to do with property or his wallet or something. She thinks that he's trying to blackmail him. So that makes things even worse for him. And the truth doesn't come out until towards the end of the movie. She finds out that, no, it was actually this dude. It was actually Hoffman's character that rescued everyone. But the truth still doesn't come to light. The public never finds out. Let's just put it that way. She's the only one who knows, and she says that, well, at least your son should know who you are. And, of course, he does tell his son at the end. So it ends up being only 3 people who know, well, I should say 4 people who know the truth. The homeless guy, the female character, Hoffman's character, and his son at the end. Now, don't worry, this has a point. Trust me, this has a point of the topic of this video. At the end of the film, before Hoffman admits to his son that he was the guy who rescues everyone, he gives this little speech. I'm trying to recite it from memory here, and I'm probably going to get it wrong, but it goes a little something like this. He goes, you're going to find out, he said, life's funny. You're going to find out when you grow up people keep talking about the truth. They keep talking about the truth, and they all believe they got the truth, like toilet paper, and they got it stored up somewhere. But as you get older, you find out there is no truth. All there is bullshit. Layers and layers of bullshit just piled up one on the other. And when you get older, you see what you do is you find the layer that you're comfortable with, and that becomes your bullshit, so to speak. And that little speech struck me as a young teen. I mean, that just hit me. I was like, whoa. Because I knew even then when I heard that it was, for lack of a better word, true. And as I've gotten older, it's become more and more apparent to me. And that sums up my worldview in a nutshell, and why I make the videos I do, and why I say the things that I say. And it also sums up what I'm doing with my life. You see, guys, what I'm trying to do is see how long I can last before I decide to settle for bullshit. That's pretty much it. I'm trying to see how long I can go. How long I can, live out my life before I decide to, settle for some bullshit that just sounds good. And it ain't easy. It's not a comfortable way to live, because we all do it. Everyone believes in bullshit. Yeah, you right there, you believe in bullshit. Trust me. If you decide to sit down and really think about some of the things that you hold dear, you may find that there's a wee bit of, bad smelling offal, wedged in between some of your closely guarded values and beliefs. Good way to find out is, how much do you find yourself having to explain things away whenever you're having to explain something that you believe to be true? How much do you find little contradictions that don't sit well with you as you begin to, recite it? The more little contradictions you find yourself having to explain away in order to make yourself comfortable with it, more of a chance it's bullshit. And like I said, we all do it, because to live without bullshit is quite uncomfortable. It's not a nice way to live. It's not easy to live. And I caught myself doing it. Every now and then I catch myself believing in BS. And, one day I was like, whoa, I need to, whoa. Like I said, it ain't easy. But I tried. And that's what these videos are about, by the way. Videos I put up. Not only am I trying to see how far I can go without falling for bullshit, but I also like to point bullshit out when I see it. And I do it to everybody, by the way. It doesn't matter who you are. If you're a Christian, I'm going to point out your bullshit. If you're Muslim, I'm going to point out your bullshit. You lean toward the left, I'm going to point out your bullshit. You lean toward the right, I'm going to point out your bullshit. I'm sorry. That's just what I do. And like I said, we all believe in bullshit, and sometimes don't want to admit it. I'll give you an easy one, and some of you guys will already know this one. Here's an easy one that a lot of people believe. Life is sacred. Some of you George Carlin fans are probably laughing right now because you know this one, but that is bullshit. Life is sacred? Really? Or do you mean just your life is sacred? Because if that happens to have been a mosquito that lands in your arm, what do? Wham! Dead. But I thought life was sacred. Well, this life isn't sacred, but my life is. That's bullshit. Either it is or it isn't. Okay? Once you start trying to dice it up a little bit, well, this isn't sacred, but this is sacred under certain circumstances. That bullshit. Besides, top leaders in charge don't even believe life is sacred, because whenever it comes down to weighing the values of life with the values of money or power or profits, they pick the profits and power over life every time. Every fucking time. Just look at history. There are people out there who would rather make an extra buck than to save you. Yet life is sacred, right? So yeah. You want to know my life view in a nutshell? That's it.